Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from New Orleans. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 27. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Draw play. This is Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Third down from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Packers will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun now for Love. He puts everything behind this one. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. He's trying another one deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. And after the play, we turn our attention to the injured man. That's Christian Watson, who's being worked on. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Slot man motioned over. Running left, here's Achane. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Play stopped by Damone Clark. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And the Saints go in nickel. 3rd down. Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Headed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Love out of the shotgun. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got a man left. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. They're a rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
A humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Saints with 6 DBs out there. We've got a dime look for them on 3rd down. Here's Love to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he's brought down for a loss.
Talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. Love now on 3rd and goal. Buys time, rolling right. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Gay's kick is good. It add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 28. Completed over the middle. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To the air with Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Love now. Hits him on the out route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got 1st down from the 31. A-Chain running to the right. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 32. He put everything he had into this one. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. So out comes somebody with plenty of experience punting here in New Orleans. Spent 4 years at Tulane, Ryan Wright. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So no return on that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
And these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
1st down, ball at the 36. They'll throw it. Escapes out to the left. He's going to keep it this time.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
From the 39. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
To the air, 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get it up to the 27. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's second and 2. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, looking to throw. That's Jefferson. He's got it. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. First and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
On first and 10, here's Love. Short pass caught by his tight end. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
First down throw, here's Love. He's going deep this time. He's got it deep downfield. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. H.N. has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays. Really, there's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole nother set of issues for defenses.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him over the middle. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple of yards.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Taking a deep shot here. They connect on the deep shot. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
They'll try and punch it in. Takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead.
Saints 3.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Big gain downfield. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's loaded another one up. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He'll look to throw. That's caught beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. He's got Watson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's a chain up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Saints take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints make it an 18-point game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down carry for Achane. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Juke the defender. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down Packers.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Achane on the inside give. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And they get this down to the 28. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff for Achane. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Achane again on 2nd. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Love looking to pass. That's caught for the 1st. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers grow their lead yet again.
Saints 13.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll motion Jefferson left. Throwing from the gun here. All in left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 37. Dumped off to his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing now from the gun. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
From the 47. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Here's a throw. He's on the move. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He connects downfield on 4. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. What a play to beat the defense on 4th down. It's 23 yards and a 1st. Working inside the red zone. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Touchdown, New Orleans! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints make it an 18-point game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Returnable from the 2. Returns looking good so far. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Achane. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Play fake, it's Love. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. He's dropping back to throw. Throw complete to Williams. Has some daylight through the 40. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. Try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 3 now. They'll try and throw it here. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Working quickly here. Still sticking with the passing game. It's a New Orleans touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. They fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Throwing his love on third. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Chan, a first down carry. And he'll go down here at the 16. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers push their lead to 18. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Looking for a target. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down from the red zone. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
He'll throw it yet again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Desperation time here on fourth. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Saints make it an 11-point ball game. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him though. Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Receiver in motion, headed right. The give here on 2nd. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Takes the handoff. Now Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch. Third and long for him here. That's Reed on a slant. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The former soccer star, Brandon Aubrey, on now to attempt the field goal. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14. That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long. And this is taken in the end zone but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. That one's complete, right side. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. And a man is there to knock that away. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down. They'll throw it again. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. From the red zone now. On the move, headed right.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an applause, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
They're lining up on the doorstep, 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And it looks like the offense was there to recover it. They're inside the 5. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Williams fields the pitch. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. As we approach the final half-minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. The Packers to a knee, letting the clock run out on this victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's the visiting Packers who pick